So it's all the rage on TV now, right? These zombie TV shows and the zombies, boom, 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 they come marching. And you think about why the zombies are so threatening to the heroes in these shows. It's not one zombie, because you get one zombie, you just hit them with a baseball bat or something. It's when they come hundreds and thousands at a time that they overwhelm our heroes and win. And as far as organizations, you see organizations facing zombie-like challenges also, where in any very complex organization with lots of people working together towards some common purpose, things are going wrong all the time. Information is missing, materials are missing, you can't find somebody, instructions aren't clear. And then it's at that point where organizations branch into one of two types. So one type is they have this zombie-like threat of lots of little problems trying to overwhelm them. And one response is they actually respond like zombies themselves, which is even though something is missing, they work around. Even though something is not quite right, they compensate, they firefight, they work around, whatever else it happens to be. But they just keep going at their work regardless of the obstacles in their way, just like zombies. And then there's the other organizations which are much more like the heroes in the zombie TV shows, which is when they see a problem, they don't work around it. They say, ooh, let's contain that one before it can mass with some others. They solve that problem so the problem itself doesn't recur, but they also understand why the problem occurred in the first place to figure out where a similar problem might arise and prevent it from arising too. Now, those two very, very different approaches to dealing with zombie-like threats, you respond like zombies, you respond like these agile problem-solving heroes in the TV show, lead to very, very different results. So the zombie-like organizations, they're constantly plagued with working around the same problem every day continuously. So there's nothing but aggravation in those workspaces, but there's not something else which happens, which is that occasionally just enough of the right number and combination of problems coalesce to cause catastrophic failure. And if you ever have time and inclination to read through all the failure reports society generates around 9/11, the Space Shuttle, Columbia, and Challenger, so on and so forth, what you'll see is that there's no single cause. There are these routine factors, routine conditions, which happen to coalesce on a day to cause disaster. Now, on the flip side of that is the organizations which respond to zombie threat with agile, heroic learning. One, their workplaces are much more fluid and graceful and productive and effective and responsive and agile, and all those desirable characteristics. They're much better places to work. They deliver much greater value to whomever their customer happens to be, and they don't suffer failure. So long and short, every organization is going to have problems thrown at it. And the question the decision organizations have to make, do they respond to zombie-like threats with zombie-like response, or do they respond to zombie-like threats with heroic, active learning, active teaching and incorporation kind of responses? If they pick one, failure is a certain consequence. If they pick the other, great results are certain too.